Number 14 here, we have a square root of a perfect square monomial, which is this setup right here. We're just asked to simplify this. So one of the things you can do is you can go ahead and break apart the number and then the variable part. So this is going to be the square root of 81 and then the square root of x to the fourth. There's many different ways to simplify from here on out. The square root of 81, though, we know that's 9. We're going to want to go ahead and write that without the square root if we can. X to the fourth, if you wanted to, you could write x to the fourth as x times x times x times x. Remember that when we're taking the square root, that the square root of x times x, or x squared, is just x. So we're looking for a pair of x's, and we have two pairs of x's here, and so we can take two of those x's out, one from this pair and one from this pair. So if we clean this up a little bit, we've got x times x, and that's 9x squared. If we look at this a little bit differently, we can go ahead and focus on, we'll go right from this step right here, and this guy is going to be the square root of 81, which is 9. And then what we can do is just break this up into x squared and x squared underneath. After all, x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. The reason why we're looking for these 2's here is because when we take the square root of something squared, we're just going to get that base right in there. So if we change this, we can change this to the square root of x squared times the square root of x squared. That's an allowable move when you're multiplying. Don't ever do that if it's plus or a minus sign. But if you're multiplying, you can break it up like this. And we can see that the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of x squared is x. And so that kind of takes us right back to this step, and then we can go ahead and rewrite as needed.